is it in my head? Make it stop. Please. Just make it go away. It's not even Friday. It's Thursday. Heads up, 20 ups. It's Thursday, and I'm going to make this super quick. Because I'm at work, and I keep getting interrupted, and I just want to get started because I'm really sleepy, and I've got things to do, and it's late, and it's like 3, no, it's later than 3. It's 3:49, and I gotta run my audit in like 20 minutes, so I want to get this over. Then I have notes, and hopefully I can get this done in one take. So, Rima, your teeth, I hope they feel better, because I know how badly wisdom teeth can hurt. The last time I had problems with mine, I was curled up on the floor in the fetal position, crying my eyes out, so you are one tough woman to stick it out and make a video with that kind of pain. So I hope you feel better soon. Craig, you heard me right. I do have a cat. Her name is Anu. She's 5 years old, and she's kind of evil. But hopefully one of these days I'll get her on camera because she's gorgeous. She's a big fluffy calico cat. And also, speaking of cats, Rima, I did used to play cats at recess, too. I used to pretend I was a cat, and we had a club, and me and my friends were the cool cats, and it was, I don't know. We pretended to be cats, I guess, was the basis of that statement. So, yeah, I pretended to be a cat, too. I love, the color pink, too. Jins, I adore pink, and that's the first color I dyed my hair was pink. I was like 15. And speaking of 15-year-olds, my sister is 15 today, so happy Kinseiji. And then Danielle, I love the lesson thing that you were talking about. That would be awesome. I have no idea what I would teach anybody because I'm kind of never the teacher, I'm the teachee. But I'm sure I would come up with something. And I would look forward to doing something like that, so that would be totally awesome. I also think that it's tragic that there aren't enough nerds in the world, and nerds are awesome, and they need to take over the world. And growing up being a nerd was very important to my family. Everybody was a nerd. My mom was a nerd. My mom spoke Klingon. We've all been nerds. We have a special thing that we do at every family gathering called the Geek Award, where the person who said the geekiest thing that whole night got a little piece of paper shaped like a trophy that said Geek Award on it, and I have to be very proud of the fact that I usually am the one who gets it. So that's awesome. Yes, nerds are awesome, and yeah, I'm very proud of my daughter for being very nerdy. She's great. I've hit a wall. Where am I going with this? Driving. Everyone's been bringing up driving. I had a problem with driving too. Not only being scared of driving, but having a terrible sense of direction. Being scared of driving, I fixed by getting a driving instructor who taught me how to drive, and I learned to drive in California. So when I moved back out to Arkansas, it was really no big deal to drive out here. But my husband got his driver's license last year. He was 21, and so now I let him drive instead of me driving. What was it last year? He was 22. Sorry, yeah, he was 22 when he got his driver's license last year. So yeah, I let him do the driving now because I don't really like driving unless I absolutely have to. But now that he's got his driver's license, I really don't have to worry about it. But also, I don't like driving because I have a terrible sense of direction. It's because I have a learning disability, which I think I talked about in my introduction video, but it basically, you can tell me where I'm going and I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know my left from my right. I learned that if I do this, the left hand makes an L, and that's how I know that I'm going left. But it's really not conducive to driving to not know your left from your right. Cake or death. Cake or death. I choose death. I mean cake. Cake. I said cake. I guess we've been talking about things we wanted to be growing up, which is awesome because I wanted to be everything when I was growing up, from a welder to a soldier to a starving artist to someone on Broadway. I never really wanted to be a parent until I got older. And I really have, everything I've become now as an adult was really nothing that I wanted to be growing up. For instance, I wanted to be a painter. I'm not really a great painter. I do paint, but I don't do it very often. I am more into digital art right now, and I do pictures like this. And then I also do part-time modeling with a friend who is a photographer, and I do this. And then I am also a parent, and I manage this. And I also, to pay the bills, do this. And so yeah, and none of that is anything that I really wanted to be, or wanted to do, or saw myself doing as I was growing up. As a matter of fact, I so did not want to be a parent that my parents bought me a baby doll that cried, and it cried so often, and I hated it, and I put it in the closet until the batteries wore out. I promise I'm a better parent than that now, though, because but my parents like to remind me of that, and that brings me to TJ's question of people's outdated notions of you, and why they stick with them, and all that kind of stuff. And it is because, they see you as you used to be, and it's hard to get yourself out of that mindset. And I can tell you this from my own personal experience as a mother. Basically what I'm going to do is going to give you a little diagram so you know what I'm talking about. Basically, with parents, they get stuck on the outdated version. So they get stuck on this version over here, which is, oh, hey, look at me over here. But what happened was you went and grew up, like this. And then you're like, oh, here I am over here and I'm older. But see, they're still thinking of this version because they feel like they didn't get enough time with this version. Like, you know they grew up, but you're just thinking of, I should have spent more time with them when they were little, and then now they're grown up, but I still want them to be little. So you kind of make, you kind of confine them to this little box, and you're all like, you stay in here and you be little, no getting bigger, saying no getting bigger. And then that's what parents do, and that's why they hold on to those outdated notions, and they don't acknowledge the fact that you have new interests and you have new career paths and stuff, because they still want you to be that younger person so they can have more time with you before you get bigger. So that's why parents do what they do. So now moving on, tomorrow it is Friday. I don't think I have to reiterate the song because it's driving me up the wall. So yeah, tomorrow it's Friday. Craig, it's your day, and I can't wait to see your video. By the way, you have a whole lot of instruments. That is really awesome that you play and that you're so into music, because music is awesome. And so I will see you tomorrow. And later.